Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Messy Monday. Well, this is actually Wednesday, sorry. It's a new little series that MK and I are doing just for the month of July. It started out with Messy Monday, and this is what I created. I'm using some fluid watercolor paper in 12 by 12. It's 140 pound cold press paper on a block. So there's like 15 sheets on a block, and it's bound at the top and the bottom. And I went in with some Dylusions ink spray with fresh lime and London Blue using my paintbrush. I just painted them on, and then I mixed the two leftover piles of color or puddles of color, and I got this green. So that's where all of this color came from. I have 3 little pictures of the little guy I take care of doing Oobleck last summer. And I think I mentioned this in Monday's video, but if you're not sure what that is, it is cornstarch and water, which makes that non-Newtonian fluid that makes it like a solid. It feels like a solid in some states, but then when you go to pick it up, it's dribbly all over. It makes a fine, good mess, and he loved it. So I will be taking this off the block. I am thinking I'm going to put a border all the way around it, probably using one of these 2 colors. So today is What Goes With It Wednesday. I have to pick the things that go with this that I'm going to be using. And so I've got some Catherine Pooler ink in Something Borrowed and some Catherine Pooler ink in Lime Ricky. And so I'm going to use one of these. I'm not sure which one to go all the way around the outside. So those are going with me because I'm going to be actually doing this at a retreat, and I am packing for a retreat. So you're going to be seeing how I'm packing today, which makes me think I need to be smart and put my centering ruler in, because this is what I like to use. I like to block it off like so, and then run my ink pad down it to create that border. As an alternative, you could cut the edges off and back it with another piece of paper. That's another option. And I might do that. I might see if I can find another piece of paper that I think would work well. I'm just looking for my blade here to take it off the block. Let's see here. Oh, look at that, it's already going to start taking itself off the block, so that's fantastic. So I may end up taking another piece of paper just in case I decide I want to do that. So let's go ahead and grab that off the block. I'm going to move the block out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and pack this up using one of these sheet protectors, same thing I used in last week's video. These are from Totally Tiffany. They go in a binder, but I am not taking the binder with me because I don't have room for that. I'm flying. So, you know, gotta pack accordingly, right? But if I was packing for a retreat that was local, I certainly would go ahead and bring it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna stick my ruler in here, and mostly not for any other reason, but because I don't want it broken, and I feel like I'm gonna have a stack of papers together that's gonna kind of protect it. I'm not taking an actual tool, like a caddy or anything. I'm going to take a small toolkit, so this is not going to fit in there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go look for a piece of paper that I think would work with this in case the inks don't work out. So let me do that really quickly here. Okay. I probably should have done that before I stuck it in there. I'm looking to see if I want something in the blues or the greens. Either one would work, but this is definitely not the right blue. So let me look again. Is this a good color? No, that's not the right color. That's too dull. So let's go back to the greens. Maybe I will pull this back out just to get a better read on it. Like that could work, but maybe a darker green, maybe something more in this color. I'm not really sure. But I do see there's a second piece of that. So let's put those together while we're here. Oh, this is kind of nice. It is a darker green, but the other color is really light. The other corner, not color. So Let's see what this looks like. These are all from an old paper pad. I don't know even what the paper pad was called. But I really like the deep green of that. And I don't care that it's leaves or flowers because you're not going to see that, but it doesn't go all the way around. So let's see what we can do. That actually could work. I mean, it is flowers, but I don't think it reads as flowers a whole lot because I like my borders really small, so it's going to be a small border. So I think I'm going to pull that one out because that gives me that depth of color with the dark green. And some of my other, I do have more green paper than this, but this is just one stack that I pulled out. But this is more leaning towards olives, or that's more teal. I don't have a ton of teal in there. I mean, there is teal, but it's not. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to stop right there. The only other thing I might consider is the blue. So we do have a blue option here. I don't know that it's the right blue. It's not really the correct blue. It's going to be kind of more purpley. So I don't think that's a good option. I thought, well, maybe it's super saturated, but it leans towards purple. So I don't think that's going to be my best option. Let's see what this is. This is some old paper, some Glitz Designs from 2010. I'm not sad about getting rid of that. That could work also. Okay, so there's our two choices. I'm going to put both of them in my envelope. Trying to get my page protector thingy. I have like these sit in 12 by 12 trays, and these stick out so I can go between colors and not, I can find the the stacks of different colors. So, okay. I got some wrinkles there, but that's okay. All right. We'll put that away. Okay, now I've got some options for papers and inks. I'm going to take both because that gives me a couple options, and I like options. I work well with options. When I don't have options, I don't work so well. Okay, so we've got that going on. And now I am going to tell you that I did go ahead and pull a few things out. I didn't really audition them or anything. I just pulled out things that I thought might work. And the reason I did not do it on camera, they're not separated, I just pulled out packages, was because my husband was sitting at my desk trying to do some stuff to help me with my printer. And it didn't go well. It's still not fixed, but he was here for literally hours working on it. It's a long, involved story of what he's trying to do for me, but even I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but because he was sitting here, I couldn't film. I was wandering around my room doing other things, hoping that he would be done soon, which didn't work out really well. Okay, so on Monday when I did my mixed media, my leftover puddles were watered down, and I picked them up with this white 4.5 by 6.5 inch photo mat paper from Hobby Lobby. It's the photo mat paper that I always use. And so I have that. I'm going to stick that in here. I think that is going to be great to mat my photos. And another reason I'm bringing my inks is because I might ink up my edges to bring in more of the blue, because those are super green and they're kind of more on the teal side. I don't even know if they're going to match that green paper that I picked out. But I have some options because I have the inks. I pulled out these letters. I thought these are fantastic because they're kind of a turquoisey teal color on the sides, but they're green on the front. And I have most of the letters, so I think I can make a title that says something about Oobleck. So that's going in. And then I did pull out some packages of stuff, and it's kind of a mishmash of stuff. Literally just kind of going through, and I guess I am pulling in more teal because look at this, you guys. I've got all these teal things, but I've got green and blue also. I don't know what this is. I don't know where that even came from. Let's get rid of that. So I've got the arrow, the green heart. I don't know that I'll use a geotag, but I've got this XO. I thought that's kind of cute. This says, these are the good old days. I thought that was kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know why else I would have brought this in, maybe just to use the word notes, which is written in green. Yeah, I don't know. I must have thought about something in my mind as I was doing it. Yeah. So anyway, it's got a couple little options. This is, you know, wonderfully used, you know, two whole stickers. I really just thought this today piece would work. And there's nothing else really on here. I'm kind of thinking maybe I just peel this off and stick it in the envelope. Although I could use this more, but I don't know. It's not something I probably would use. It's in they're upside down. I couldn't find the little flap there, and it's because it's upside down. So I'm going to pop this off, stick that in. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but I think I'll leave the rest of the package home because it does not have a whole lot on it that looks like I could work with it. Mostly because I'm not bringing in any warm colors to this layout. There is a baseball cap. I mean, he's not wearing a baseball cap or anything, but I suppose it could work. I don't know. Maybe I'll stick that in. Also, don't know what for. I do think this is cute. It says live in the moment in that blue color. And, you know, sometimes when you're doing these messy things, you're just living in the moment and enjoying all of that goes with that. So I'm going to stick those in there. These two, I'm going to remove the sticky because of all the stickers from American Crafts, these ones actually are sticky. These are really old Obed Marshall. I think it was his first collection, maybe his second, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll take the sticky off of those. I'm going to dump them in here. This is a powder tool from Tailored Expressions, and it's amazing. It's like a little powder puff with a nice big surface on it. Okay, what else did I pull? I pulled a bunch of stuff from the Pretty Little Studio Sunkissed collection because it has all these stars, and I thought that would be fun. So you know what? I'm just going to pull out all the stars because I don't need to take all of these packages with me just for that, right? And look, that matches that baseball cap super well. So that's kind of fun. So maybe we'll just have a layout with a lot of stars on it. We'll go with some teals. I don't think I'm going to pull the flowery one. Do this polka dot, a plaid, a mixed media looking one. Those are cool. I don't need yellow. I know there's a green one down here. Oh, a few green ones. Okay. And somehow I have 2 packs of these stars. So I'm going to pull them all out because why not? Maybe we'll just go star crazy. That'd be a great way to use them. They've been in my stash for a while. I don't know if you guys watched back when MK and I used this particular collection for Kit Conspiracy. It was quite a while ago. But yeah, this was one of the collections, and I've got a lot of leftovers from it. We did not have 2 packs of stars in our kit collection, or Kit Conspiracy collections. But I don't remember why I even ordered 2 sets of stars, but here we are. So let's get them used because they've been sitting here for a while. And frankly, I'm running out of space in the bin that these are all in, so every little bit helps. Okay, I have no idea what color this other one is. It's upside down. Looks like it's green or turquoise. There we go. We'll stick all these back in here. Get rid of that. I think the other little floral one went in, so I think I'll go ahead and stick this one in too, just so it's not by itself. There we go. And then this is from the same collection. I thought I'd bring in a couple of tabs, so we'll do that. There's actually a little butterfly on here too. That is the correct color, so maybe we'll use the butterfly also. I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead and stick all of these in this little pouch. I don't know if I have enough of these little guys, but there's some banner pieces. Probably not because I don't have yellow. No warm colors. I could put this in. It just has the days of the week on it. Could checkbox one of those. Craft day, summer to-do list. I'll put that in. It says craft day on it and paint. He's not really crafting or painting, but it is kind of like a craft day. It's really messy. I don't know. But I'll stick this one that says happy in, which is actually not from this collection, I don't think. This is, it's a die cut piece backed with black. So apparently I was going to use it for something, but I have no idea what. I'm going to stick these in case I need some extra color, I guess. I don't know. It's here. It's 2 pieces. May as well. A little heart. Oh, goodness. Why are these so hard to pick up? Okay, let's grab the butterfly. And we could stick that flower in. Anything in the right color scheme, right? That's what we're going with. Let's pick all that up. That. Oh my goodness. I know there's a teal heart hiding. We want that out too. Okay. Can I do it without making a huge mess? This is very limited supplies, you guys. I've got stars and like tabs and stuff. There's not a whole lot to this. I don't know how it's going to end up. It may be terrible. I have no idea. It's one of those things, I don't have a lot of themey stuff that goes with this kind of a layout, so I'm not really quite sure what to do about that, but let me see what this says. Flowers always make people better, happier, more helpful. They are sunshine, food, medicine. No, don't need that. Do not need that. I could maybe use the Oobleck day. A little flower, not a ladybug. Oh, there's another little banner piece. Happy. You never know. What does it say? Sunshine. Beautiful. Don't need those. And bigger flower. I wasn't really going to go with a bunch of florals on here, I promise. But I might put 1 or 2 little ones. I don't know. Some arrows. Wrong color. Loving. Pink. Orange. Okay, we are done. I think that's probably going to do it for the supplies. I think I can get something out of there, but I think I'm also going to bring some twine. I feel like this layout could actually go with some baker's twine if I have some in one of these colors. I don't do a lot of the colored baker's twine. I usually go with a really neutral, but maybe. So I'm going to go look and see what I've got. Maybe even just black and white, because that could be really fun. I've got all these other black and white pieces. That looks like it's black and white, although it might be really dark brown and white. And I thought I had a turquoise, but maybe I don't. I have a green. I'll stick that in there. There's a blue. It's kind of not the right blue, but oh, here's a turquoise. That's really not the right color. This one's like almost periwinkle. I don't think I'm gonna stick that one in. A different green and white. I'll stick those ones in and that. Do I want the blue? I don't. I'll stick it in just in case. I mean, it does kind of look like it matches that. Just in case. I mean, it's small. I do also have this teal tag. This is from my friend Lisa. It's got a bunch of little die cut cameras. I think I'm going to stick that in too, just because it's kind of in the same color family and maybe it would be useful. So there we have it. I don't feel like I need all of this entire roll. I'm considering just cutting a piece off. I don't know how long that piece should be though. Let me see if I have one that's already cut. Look at odds and ends of stuff. That's closer to the color of blue. These are these like little compartments that go in the scrap box over there. And there's a lime green. That could be fun. Gosh, you guys, now I've got way too many. This particular one just has odds and ends of pieces that are leftovers from things I've used. I just keep throwing them in here. So, all right, I'm gonna just take a piece of this. I had to find scissors. I've already packed two of my pairs of scissors actually. Why two? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea. I kind of feel like that's the one I'm going to go with, or maybe this lime green. I don't know. Okay. This little pocket is forever open because it got left open in the folder it goes in and it got bent. But there we have it. That kit's packed, and hopefully we'll come up with something fun for that. And then I'll be back on Friday with Figure It Out Friday, and I'll figure out what the heck's going on with this layout and how to put it together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.